Hi there, I'm Jonathan from Turner Wall Architects. I'd like to run through a project with you where we took a 1970s bungalow that wasn't making the most of a wonderful wood-lined plot, and we reshaped it into a generous family home that opened up to the views and the Nottinghamshire countryside. However, we faced some significant challenges along the way with Greenbelt planning policy, and I'm going to explain what we did to overcome it. Firstly, our design and analysis began, as it always does, with the three main design principles, that being light, space, and landscape. When I first walked the site, I was struck by how many natural features we had to work with. The established tree line, the views, and the open sky. The site wasn't overlooked at all, and it was just woodland to the south. It was a place for family life, but also they wanted to be able to enjoy it with their friends, and have the spaces open up to the landscape and be appreciated from every single room. We collaborated closely with the clients on the design, as we always do, and it was clear that the main concept was to create a complex of buildings arranged around a central courtyard that mediated between the home and the landscape. It would frame views of the trees as they change throughout the seasons, as well as act as a buffer and a shelter from the harsher weather. However, as I mentioned earlier, we faced some initial objections from the planners because the land is within the Greenbelt. Essentially, Greenbelt limits the amount of built volume and height that you're allowed to add to the site because they're trying to preserve the openness of the Greenbelt. The history of Greenbelt policy is a bit long-winded to go into here, but generally speaking, you can add about 50% more built volume to the site. For example, if you had an original building on the site that's 200 meters cubed, then you could add 50% of that, which is 100 meters cubed, and take it to 300 meters cubed overall. So it's all about sort of shaping that volume to suit the client's needs, really. In this case, the answer came from splitting the home effectively into three different buildings. Importantly, two of those buildings, the pool house and the garage workshop office, could be achieved under permitted development rights, which in effect didn't count towards the total volume. Therefore, we could take that extra volume that we could add to the site and put it all into the house. And by cleverly arranging those pieces around the courtyard, we were able to create the spaces that the clients needed without overwhelming the site or stretching the planning constraints too far. The finished home and gardens are elegant and inviting. The use of reclaimed brick really adds a lovely touch of character. It's great to find a home for reclaimed materials wherever possible. And we tempered the expanses of brick with some board and batten timber cladding, which breaks up the elevation and is also echoed in the pool house. The main living areas are arranged around the courtyard, so you always have views of the courtyard garden, all the trees changing with the seasons in the background. The result really is a compliment to the dedication and ambition of the clients, and it was a great project to be a part of. If you're working in a rural plot or a sensitive countryside setting, then I know the whole process can feel quite daunting, but with the right approach, there's usually a way through, as you've seen here. So drop me a comment or get in touch via the website if you've got any questions or thoughts. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.